What's up, everybody? My name's Kyle and welcome to the LRT Outpost. It is grass cutting season, if you can't tell. Our back pasture where we ride and stuff, and I am actually building like a little track back there right now too when I get free time. It's getting a little overgrown, so today we're doing something a little different. Y'all get to see a little bit more behind the scenes of like the extra stuff I do and typically don't film, just to keep this place going and, you know, try to do what I like to do, basically. I had posted a previous video with this tractor, just kind of letting you guys know like what I'm doing with the channel, and just letting you guys kind of come along with me as I just patch my way and figure my way through how to keep all this equipment going and maintaining this property, and so I can turn it into something that I like. The caster wheel had worn through the bushing, so I had to remove it from the fork and try to go find my part. So for those of you who don't know anything about bush hogging or any kind of pull behind tractor mower like that, that wheel, when it gets off, like it won't track right and it'll just kind of like pull behind the tractor all wonky, and it can dig furrows and like divots and stuff in your pasture or whatever field you're kind of area you're mowing. But what happened with this one is a bit of a hurry, just so I didn't want to fall behind on cutting. I was like, it'll be all right for one, maybe two more cuts. But here's the wheel. I had knocked out what was left of the old bushing. Don't worry about these boxes. That's something for another video, so hit that subscribe. I appreciate you. But anyways, it actually sheared the axle bolt. So apparently it had ate through basically this hub assembly I'm going to replace. It's like this little, that metal silver part you see is part of the bushing, and it ate through that, and you can see on my fork here that holds it, the hole's all worn all wonky. So the bolt was in like this, and I guess it had worn through and the wheel got all cockeyed and a lot of play, and this just rode on this harder metal on this fork and just eventually ate through the axle bolt. I have some fellas that help me out. They use my equipment and I pay them to like help me keep some of this other area cut. So there's a whole other front section of pastures that y'all typically don't see in any of the videos. We rent one out for like a gentleman keeps his horse up there, but all of it needs to be cut and maintained, so it won't turn into a jungle, right? So they help us out, and one of them called me and said, hey man, I had to like limp the tractor back to the barn. The guide wheel on the back had fallen off. I think it sheared the bolt or whatever. I kind of knew what he was talking about. I was like, crap, well, didn't get away with that for long. So anywho, so we're going to replace that. So we're going to try to pull off the old hub assembly on this caster wheel and get the new axle nut and everything installed. That way I can keep all this stuff cut. So let's get into it. Smart this time. I got all my tools together ahead of time. I'm hoping this will break this thing loose. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Get out of there. There we go. Alrighty, let's get our hub up here. I guess it was already kind of half-ass open, wasn't it? Oh no. There we go. There we go. All right. So this will come out of the packaging. Let go, dude. That was aggressive. Ah, jeez. Oh yeah. All right, cool. We need to go get some grease. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-grease everything. That way it's not going in dry. And then we'll follow up with some more grease. All right. Is that right? Same size? Yeah, buddy. Cool. Go ahead and put the fork back on. Our fork is definitely wore out too, but that's a problem for another day. Washer got a little warped. Ah, please stay. Dang it. Straighten our, see if we can straighten our pin out a little bit. There we go. All right. Ouchies. Let the glow plugs warm up. Trail soda brake. On one. Up. There we go. Should be good enough. Let's see here. Definitely going to need a washer there because of that wear. Should be okay just to leave it like that. Oops. Man, oh man. Might need to create some sort of spacer, because that's a lot of play there. Okay, found a couple things I think will work, and we're gonna get the Big Daddy plug-in impact. So I have found some bigger washers. See if we can try to do this evenly, maybe. Thinking 2 on each side, possibly. You all right, dog? Hey, boo-boo. Hang on, we need to figure something else out here. So maybe we do this. Oop. Real easy, real easy. How about that? Aha! Alrighty, there we go. There's one. There we go. Okay, let's see if that's any better. Maybe that definitely worked. Maybe I should back it off a little bit. There we go. Now all we got to do is grease it, and we're back in action. So, short little video, just some behind the scenes stuff of what happens, just so I can kind of take something with this old ranch and turn it into something cool for me with my razor and foilers and all the other little shenanigans I like to get into. Plus, it's just awesome having my own little private playground for the most part. So I appreciate you guys watching my videos as always, and go ahead and hit that subscribe if you like this. I really appreciate it. I get a lot of views, and thanks to everybody who ever watches, but a bunch of you watching don't subscribe. So if you will, do me a favor, there's a little razor right near the corner, hit that, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.